Welcome back to another episode of Weather with Weber. Today is July 11th. We are looking at severe weather as well as tornadoes, hail, flooding, and some wind. Let's get into it. So, taking a look here at rain totals, we saw a lot of rain here by Rockford and Loves Park, about 6 inches of rain, which I knew it was going to happen. We also have a lot more isolated amounts, like almost 5 inches here by Mount Morris, about 4 by Princeton, about 4 so up by Campton Hills, another 4 just west of Elgin. Our area, we didn't see a lot. We saw about 2.5 to 3 inches, which it could have been way worse. I mean, we could have got like 6 inches, but we should be grateful. The rivers are definitely high. Everything's flooding. Um, as we go on through the day, though, I want to take a look at the radar. So right now we are only focusing on today. We're not doing like a 3-day, forecast. We're just gonna focus on today's storms because this could be, a big deal for our area. We're kind of pinpointed on that map, which I'll show in a second. So this is 8 a.m., 9 a.m. Fast forward a little bit until about, let's see, here's 5 p.m. 6 p.m. we could start seeing a few pop-up storms like this somewhere in this our area, this big huge area. But just have to be on the lookout because those could start anywhere. Our main deal here is going to be around 10 p.m. We could see a line of storms move through our area, or actually like more of a cluster. Could see that move through around 10. Definitely could be bringing tornadoes, definitely wind, maybe some large hail as we saw last night. We had a 3-inch report of hail near Dixon, Illinois, as well as a few 2.5-inch reports near like Amboy. But other than that, we're gonna have to watch the system for sure as it comes through. It's gonna happen at night, which isn't ideal because a lot of people are going to be sleeping. We do have another threat for severe weather tomorrow, but it doesn't seem like a bad threat. But we're gonna have to watch that as well. The main deal is going to be today. Main hours, I'm gonna say about from 2 to 5 or 6. We're gonna have to be, you know, we're gonna have to get ready. We could see some like pop-up storms develop around then as well, which could bring hail, tornadoes, and downbursts of wind, as well as torrential rainfall and frequent lightning. What we're what our main concern today is a tornado threat, honestly, as well as a wind threat, because we do have a 5% tornado threat, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it is from the National Weather Service. This is 5% chance of a tornado happening within a 25-mile radius of your location or any location inside of this risk zone. So this today, we do have a slight risk, a level 2 out of 5. There's a chance for damaging winds, hail, as well as some tornado potential. So for the temperatures, it's gonna get pretty cool this evening into tonight after the rain passes. We got about 73 degrees on the other side of the cold front, opposed to about 83 degrees on the east side of the cold front. Um, Obviously, this is a cold front, temperature difference. It's gonna be a lot colder on this side than it's gonna be on the right side, which is all the heat. Right about along this line, anywhere in this area, which is gonna move, it's gonna start here, move here, keep going into Michigan in the slight risk zone. Which I do want to mention. Yesterday I said that they were gonna extend this slight risk into Michigan. They did exactly that. I mean, I drew a little map, and they did exactly that. We know what we're talking about. So when it comes to a tornado risk, we have a 5%. Tornado watch is most likely gonna be issued today. When that's gonna be issued, we don't know yet, but there is definitely going to be a tornado watch at some point today. So this is our day one tornado outlook. We are in the 5% zone. Chicago, Evanston, Waukegan, Kenosha, pretty much the lake shore is where it ends. Does not go into eastern or western Michigan, excuse me. And that's about it for the tornado threat. Northern Illinois, some parts of southern Wisconsin, Iowa, and a little bit of northern Missouri. So what they originally thought was going to happen, which I said there was going to be two scenarios, and the one that did not work in our favor played out with the storms happening right about here. So what we're gonna probably, I think what's gonna happen is we're gonna see some storms develop right here or somewhere along this area, and we could definitely see some storms start to pop off around our area, just some pop-up ones, which could bring hail and possibly damaging winds as well as tornadoes. But I think our main threat is going to be when the line of storms starts pushing east. Those could definitely bring QCLS tornadoes, which are like spin-ups that happened in a line of storms. So if there's a line of storms, the tornadoes will kind of form at the start of the storm and move almost in front of the storm, but not by much. So anyway, as we go into our hail risk here, we only have a 5% hail risk. There is a 15% hail risk for pretty much the same tornado risk area we had yesterday, which would be very far western Illinois, as well as very east, very southeast portions of Iowa. This is where we could see some of the bigger hail. We don't get me wrong, we could definitely see some big hail in our area, but it's going to be a little bit more isolated than what's going to be in that area. So I want to take a look at the wind here. We do have a 15% wind threat for damaging winds up to probably about 80 miles an hour, which can definitely do some damage, rip off some shingles. And then if there's a tornado, that'll also help knock off some shingles, maybe mess up some siding. Uh, Flying debris is the main threat with tornadoes. So if there's ever a tornado warning, that's why they tell you to get in your basement. It's not because the tornado is going to rip your house off. It's because there's going to be flying debris, and it could break your windows. It could break, your door. It could break anything. So this is the CAPE, or convective available potential energy, which is the storm fuel, as we like to call it. So this will fuel the storms and make them, get stronger. This will provide them a suitable environment to be strong to severe. This is about 3, 4, 5 p.m., 6 p.m. So what we're looking at here, anything over 1,000 is enough. But once you get to like 2,000 and 3,000, that's when it starts to get to like very, very suitable environment for these severe storms to happen. That's why this area is more of like a hail threat, and it definitely is a good area condition wise for there to be hail. So this is our supercell composite model, which shows where the supercells are going to be. Supercells are just pop-up thunderstorms that become strong, and they only really affect a small area. Like we saw yesterday, we saw a supercell pop up in Dixon, and it just hit Dixon. Nothing else. The only place that got rain, hail. Actually, I believe there was a possible tornado there as well. Going on through the evening, though, this is our supercell composite. We are gonna see extreme numbers, but we are gonna see around 1.6, maybe up to 2. Uh, this is just a little isolated zone. Honestly, I think we're probably all gonna see like a 3-ish, which does aid the severe thunderstorms. Looking here at the significant tornado parameter, which shows where the strong tornadoes could happen, we are gonna have a little bit of a significant tornado parameter, which does worry me a little bit. We are going to have a 0.2, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it's a low chance, but the low chance is still a chance. I think we're definitely gonna have to watch for tornadoes tonight as well as severe thunderstorm warnings. Uh, like I said yesterday, it's a good time to turn your notifications on and make sure the volume is up. If there's ever a tornado warning or a severe thunderstorm warning with a catastrophic or considerable um, as I mentioned, this is a good time to make sure you have your notifications on for tornadoes and severe thunderstorm warnings. If you ever get a tornado warning or a catastrophic severe thunderstorm warning, as well as a considerable threat for a damaging severe thunderstorm, make sure you have your notifications on. With that, taking a look here at the flood risk. So, how much more rain are we going to see? That's been the main question for the last few days. Today, I think we might get lucky and only get about an inch in some spots, which would be huge just to not help with all the flooding. I mean, most of us are only going to see about a quarter of an inch or so, maybe up to a half. But if you get under one of these storms, if you get under one of these pop-up storms, you could definitely get about an inch of rain in an hour, which would come down fast and help the flooding that's already happening, especially for people that live along rivers. I can't stress this enough. If you live along a creek or a river, be aware of flooding. This rain keeps coming and coming and coming. Not what we want to see. Next Monday, if we keep getting all this rain, we're gonna have to be taking Noah's Ark to work. Um, it's just keeps raining. I mean, and the humidity too. I want to take a look at that. So this is the humidity or the dew points. This is about 10 a.m. We are already seeing these dew points up to about 73 degrees at 10 a.m., which is insane. But we are going to see maybe a little bit of a dry out until around 9 or 10-ish. And that's when those storms come. And when those storms come, it's going to get humid again. But there's gonna be a big cold front that's gonna just get rid of all this humidity, all this uh, hot temperatures, and it's gonna dry out very nicely for us. Saturday should be a very nice day as long as we don't get any more rain. I think Saturday is gonna be a very nice day. Sunday is gonna be a nice day. Monday, you're gonna have to be grateful for that. That's gonna be a very nice day. Probably one of the best days we've had in about a week or two. Other than that, that's it. Live stream will most likely be happening. The timing of it is probably going to be around whenever they issue the tornado watch, probably about an hour after they issue the tornado watch, or if something else happens that starts in our area. We are currently having issues with the camera, so I might just have to do it like I'm doing right now with no camera, but that would allow for a lot more space on the live stream, so I might just stick with that. Anyways, thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay updated, and make sure you have your notifications on and everything. We will probably see you tonight.